Hey, what's up? This is T.R. Burns, and this is Hot Plate with T.R. Burns, only on Influence TV Networks. Listen, if you ever been to any of my restaurants, My Weekend Kitchen, Mogul Soul Lounge, and Hot Plate food truck and restaurant, you will know around these parts, I'm the gravyologist. I know how to smother anything and make it taste like heaven in the morning. Last night for dinner, my wife cooked me some good pork chops. Now, you gotta get the right pork chops. So we don't eat center cut around here. We only eat rib end, because rib end is like the steak of the pork chop around here, because you get enough of the fat to marinate with the meat, and when you fry it up and you get a good hard fry on it, not only is good for dinner tonight, but it's good for breakfast in the morning. And this is what I'm going to show you, how to turn these pork chops cold out of my refrigerator into today's breakfast. So we're going to marinate these pork chops. We're going to smother them down in a great hot plate onion gravy. Now, what you need to run to your refrigerator and get firstly is 2 onions. 2 onions, peel them, get you a cutting board, a knife, a spoon, flour for the gravy. And if you're from the West Indians, Jamaica, Trinidad, you like roti, you like curry, you know about this ingredient, which is browning, sold at your West Indian grocer. You need this. And you can make browning, but we'll talk about that in another episode. This is soy sauce. Now, I grew up in the projects, and we didn't buy soy sauce in the bottle. We saved the soy sauce from the pork fried rice and 4 chicken wings. You know how we do. So just go on and get your packet, open it up, and put it into here. Let's look professional today. I have ground pepper. I have, and this is my secret weapon, my secret ingredient here. It's not that much secret, but many of you fry your pork chops, your chicken, and the longer you fry it, that flour starts to drop down into the bottom of the pan. Some will call it killing your gravy. After a while, you can't fry no more, and you have like about an inch of what we call the grit. And this is where all the seasonings, all of the peppers and the garlics from the chicken and the flour fusing together drops into the bottom. And this is where I need you to go get you a spoon, a good old spoon here, and scrape the bottom of the pan, get some of that grit, and put it on the side. Then we have to have the good seasoning salt, which is Lawry's. That's the only one we use. We don't use that cheap seasoning salt. The one in the red. The blood of Jesus seasoning salt. The one with the red on it. You need that red stuff. All right. And then we got garlic powder here. And then we have butter for our grits. And then we're going to bring some milk out. And we have our 5-minute grits. Now, where my grits done went? Somebody done took my grits from the set. Where's my grits at? We need our 5-minute grits. Yeah, that's how we do around here. But we need them 5-minute grits here. Because if you get the non-5-minute ones, see, they say quick 5-minute. Well, you're gonna be stirring like a slave, and we don't need be stirring like that. It take all year long, but these some quick grits, okay? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a break, let you go to your refrigerator, get your pork chops or your chicken. Listen, I don't even care if it's from KFC or Popeyes. We can smother them jokers down too. Because over here, Hot Plate, we smother anything. Give me a foot or something. I'll put a foot up in there and smother that down too. But listen, I'll be right back only on Influence TV Networks. Hot Plate. Get your stuff together, buddies. So welcome back to Hot Plate with T.R. Burns. I'm the gravyologist. I'm going to teach you how to make these smothered pork chops. I already told you what to get. Hopefully you have it and ready to go. Listen, I'm going to make your tummy say yummy, 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 yummy. Because over at My Weekend Kitchen, Hot Plate, Mogul Soul Lounge, we smother whatever's left over. Because we don't like leftovers too much, but we sure know how to remix last night's dinner. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to remix these pork chops. We're going to remix these pork chops right here. All right, so the first step is this. I got my good old knife. This is that knife, right? Now listen here. You gotta have a sharp knife. Now I tell everybody, you gotta get one of these diamond sharpeners. About $50 at the restaurant store. But you want to make sure that thing is good. You know. Now when you sharpening this knife on hot plate, you know what make me keep on sharpening the knife? Be thinking about people that be mad at me, hating on me. Sharpen the knife, sharpen the knife. You gotta sharpen that knife up. Get some motivation going on today. So once that knife is really good sharp, I've already peeled them. Now, I always, anytime I'm cutting them onions, I always think about my mother-in-law because I remember she used to make potato salad with no glasses on, just cutting them onions in her hand, cutting the potatoes in her hand, not crying and nothing. I said, man, God, I hope I don't make her mad because she don't cry. The onions, she was just cutting them up, but she makes some good potato salad. Let me put that out there. I haven't had it in a while, but it's really good. So what you got to do is, I'm not no chef or no culinary chef. So my cutting is ghetto cutting. I cut to eat, okay? I cut to live. I'm not cutting for beauty here. So I don't want you to feel like this is the Food Network and you gotta be all special and pretty. You cut the onions up. You get that thing going up in there. You see, it drop off a little bit, you know. But get that thing going. Now don't cut your hand, okay? Because my wife, a few Thanksgivings, I almost cut my thumb off cutting collard greens. I've learned my lesson. God knows it did. But listen, cut them onions up. And that's the first step you're going to do to get this gravy going. Because the pork chops is already done. They're already seasoned. And what we're going to do is with this gravy, we're going to smother these down. We're going to smother like our enemy. You take a pillow, you smother your enemies. We're going to smother these pork chops down. Like they done took your check, your last check. Like they said, no more food stamps. They're going to smother them down, okay? So we're going to cut onions. Now you say, why do we need 2 big onions? Because we want to get all the flavor out of this. So there's many gravies that I make. I make curry gravy, I make turmeric gravy, I can make a barbecue gravy, a jerk gravy, but it all starts with the base. Now most of my bases start the same, and I add in things. So this is a basic gravy because many people cannot make gravy. And if you're going to the supermarket to buy gravy, shame on you today. I'm going to teach you how to do this. This gravy goes with everything. But my base of gravy today is onions, flour, and water. Okay? Now, if you want to get really creative with gravy, you can bake chicken or you can roast a turkey. And then instead of take all the drippings from the turkey or the pork, you put them into a bowl and you mix them in with the flour. Then you put them onto the stove. So there's a few ways you can do it. But this is as good as I'm gonna cut them. You see, I'm doing this ghetto cut right here. I'm just dying. Whatever, Shamika, whatever, Johnny, whatever. I don't like what you said about me. Cut you up some more. That's what I'm doing. Just cut it up, okay? So that's the first part. Now, when I come back, I'm gonna have this stove hot, ready to go. You're gonna hear that sizzle, 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 sizzle. You're gonna think it's the Holy Ghost speaking to you. It's prophets. You're gonna think it's that because I'm gonna have that gravy, that pan ready for these onions, and then we're gonna move into smothering down these pork chops. So this is T.R. Burns with Hot Plate, only on Influence TV Networks. Be right back with these smothered pork chops, remixing them today. Alright, welcome back. T.R. Burns with Hot Plate here. About to get this thing really nice and smothery and nicely. So first thing we're gonna do is heat the pot up. So I got a good old pot here. Good frying pan right here, or saute or smothering pan right here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our drippings that we scraped out of that frying pan. Them drippings we scraped out, we're going to take these drippings right here, and we're going to pour them into this thing. Now, if you can see something here, there's still, let me show you, there's still a whole bunch of grit, and that's what we need. More than the oil, we need that tar, that fried tar, okay? We're gonna scoop that all up in there, get it all going. Yeah, get that going. And so, what you want to do, you need this pan to be hot. You need this pan to be hot. So we letting it get hot, and you'll know it's hot because it's gonna start popping. start bubbling. Whatever water's left from the last fry is going to be popping off in there, and we on our way to gravy land. So we're smothering these pork chops up, and I told you as this pot is getting hot. So there's a certain pork chop that I use, a certain type of pork chop that we use, because sometimes you go to the store and you know, if you're not a cook, if you're not you can be a foodie and don't have to be a cook, but I'm a cook and a foodie. So there's a certain pork chop that we use. This is a rib-end pork chop. Usually these are cheap pork chops. Center cut everybody want, but these are the ones I like, the cheap ones. These are the $4 for 10 pork chops. Okay, and so you want to have that, and it's a rib end. It got the bone here. You can suck on that bone a little bit. If you're really hungry, get that pepper and all that seasoning stuff be stuck in that bone. Got a little bit of nice little fat on it. Best pork chop to get for frying and for smothering. Now, if you want to bake a pork chop, you can do a center cut pork chop, but you got to really bake that pork chop to get it tender, because that center cut doesn't have too much fat on it, so it's not going to be as tender. Now, when I finish smothering these good heavenly pork chops, swine, it's going to be like melting in your mouth like some ice cream. Okay, so we got the pan is hot. It's bubbling. You see that bubbling, right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to take our onions, with 2 onions that we quartered and cut the hood way. Yes, we did. And we want to just scrape. Oh, you hear that? Oh my God. Oh, I sound like Elaine from Snack Tactics. Oh, it's going to be yummy in my tummy. Yes. And if you are watching this, go over and watch Snack Tactics with Elaine Green, because she sure know how to make the yummy in the tummy. Yes, she do. All right, so we're going to put this cutting board aside. And what we're going to do now, if you could smell, I wish I had cameras that had smellologists on it. A nose. I'm going to put a nose on the camera. But you see this? You see what I'm doing here? I'm getting them all. Whew. Thank God for onions. Onions is so good. So we're going to get this all up in there. We're going to get it all frying down. Let that fry up a little bit. All right. And that's the first step to your gravy, right? You're going to fry this down. You're going to fry it until they're brown or black. You're going to think they're burnt, but they're not burnt. They're at savor level. Okay? They're at the savor level. So they're releasing all their juices so your tummy can say, yummy in my tummy. So yeah. And that's how we do a hot plate. My Weekend Kitchen, Mobile Soul Lounge, hot plate food truck. We smother down stuff. You know, some people, they just buy the jar gravy. But listen, smother and take your last night dinner to a whole nother planet. Heaven in your mouth. In the words of Elaine Green again. Heaven in your mouth. She got to copyright these words. I'm going to start biting on these. But when you smother it down, what happens now, all of the juices from the flour and the seasoning and the frying is released into this onion gravy. And now you're tasting the crispiness and the sogginess and the mixture of all these different flavors of being fried and smothered. It's kind of a confusion. It's like a flavor bomb for your mouth. So you see these things, these onions here, they frying up real nice and good. Right? And that's how I like it. So we got a little bit of while. So you're going to fry this for maybe about 10 minutes. All right? In my words, you're going to fry this until the smoke alarm come on. So if you don't have a good old vent, thank God that I have a vent now. I used to, we didn't have a vent before. And no, we used to fry, grill in the house. Smoke detector come on. We got to open the doors, the windows. We got the broom, you know, at the thing. And so you got to fry it till the smoke detectors come on. Not till you burn your house down. So this is TR Burns with Hot Plate. I'll be right back. And then we'll be on to the last part of this gravy. So stay tuned, stay connected, stay locked on the Influence TV network. Let's get this yummy and our tummy popping today. All right, welcome back to Hot Plate. TR Burns here. We got these onions right where I need them to be. They caramelizing. They're blending together. They're making friends. They're getting married. They're on the races. They're making their children of good onion gravy. So yeah, we got it where we wanted to be at. Now the next thing is we're gonna make a little roux. We're gonna tighten these onions up. so that we can make a gravy out of it. All right, now the first step is this. Many times people pour water or chicken stock into their onion base or their gravy base, and they find they have gravy that looks like grits. Your gravy should never be lumpy and dumpy. They should not be frumpy. They shouldn't be looking like little trolls. They should be smooth to the palate. Now the way to do that is two ways. If you're in a rush, sometime like me, I take cold water and mix it into flour with a fork or a whisk. Whisk it in until it's a consistent paste, and then I pour it into the hot stove, or I pour the gravy, or the flour rather, like so. Now what's going to happen is, this is the first smothering process. I'm killing these onions right now. Oh, don't kill me. Yeah, you're going to die from my tummy today. So what we're going to do is, you're going to hear the sizzling kind of sizzle down. Now we got enough flour in there. All right, see that flour all caking up in there? Boom, look at that flour. You see how that look? It looks like it snowed in there a little bit. So what we're doing now is preparing our onions to be a gravy for our smothered pork chops. Only on Influence TV Network we do it this way. We make it real. Make it real and real fun. Okay, so now what I have is the onions with the flour. So the next step is, I have some water here. The next step is, now we're going to make these things swim. Yeah, I know. I could now kill you, onions. Right now. You tried it. You tried to stop me from eating today. You tried to block my little fat man inside of me. But with this water, I baptize you. I baptize you to go. Oh my God, look at that sizzle. Oh, look at that. Look at that sizzle. Oh, look now, look out here. And you see that? That's the start of a good. Look at that brownness in that gravy. Okay. All right. We're going to let that. Now, then what you do is, you're going to turn this fire down because you want to scorch. You don't want to have scorched walnut gravy. So now this is what I'm doing today. I'm letting this thing just simmer down. Right there. Right? Now we're going to take our garlic powder. A few dishes and that's of that. All of this pepper that I have in there, because you need that pepper. Now this is where it gets real good, browning. See that? Look how thick that is. Now this is good. Now be careful with browning, because see what it's doing? This is like curry. It gets on you, it don't get off of you. Okay? It's like the Holy Ghost. Once it gets into you, it don't get off of you. Thank you. I'm just messing with y'all today. Laugh. Now look at that gravy. Look at that consistency. Now, a little bit of soy sauce. Now be careful with soy sauce, because soy sauce is pure sodium, pure salt. So you don't want to go crazy with that. Okay? Look at that gravy. Look at it simmer down. It's simmering and all the juices is flowing. Now, we need one more last thing, and this is our seasoning salt. We're going to need a little bit of that seasoning, a few dashes of seasoning salt. Oh my God. If you could smell this here in this place. Okay? If you can smell this. Okay, we'll be right back on Hot Plate with T.R. Burns. And when we come back, we're going to smother down these pork chops, because we're almost there. And we're going to have a good afternoon snack and meal. All right, welcome back. T.R. Burns here with Hot Plate. And we're making smothered pork chops. We're turning last night's dinner into today's brunch, or even dinner, or even breakfast. Whichever one you choose. At Hot Plate, we remix everything. Okay, so we got the gravy. I showed you how to make this gravy. It's simmering I see the gravy, you see it simmering down. Look at that. Listen to all the consistency, the onions, everything is just really nice. That nice brown, African American brown color. It's really great. Okay, so now we have that going. Now our next step is we have our water on for our grits. We're going to make some nice, creamy, milky grits to lay over this. Because our goal is, this is breakfast. Even though you can eat it for brunch or dinner, but my goal is to turn last night's dinner and remix it into breakfast. All right, so the first thing I need to do, I have my pot going with my water for my grits. What you need to do is take some salt, regular table salt, and you gotta put a little bit of that in there. You wanna season the water. That's the first key. The next thing you wanna do is you need to put some butter. You want to put that in before you put your grits in. You want it to boil in. All right, now while that's going, we're going to take our pork chops, yes, and we're going to lay them in one by one into that nice gravy that we created. All right, you see that? Oh my God, that smells so great and good. Oh, look at that. Look at that, that goes. All right, it's going in there into this pot. What we're going to do, we're going to take and turn it over in, oh my God, we're going to turn it over in the gravy. Wait till y'all taste this. Hope it's going good for you, the way it's going good for us over here at Influence TV Network's Hot Plate. So we're going to turn it over, and this is the key. Turn it over a little bit. Take that spoon. Get you any pot top. Now, grew up in my house. You never have a pot top that match or fits. But if it fits over it, it's fitting it today. So we're going to take it and let it smother down. Put the fire on low. Wait for our grits to start to boil. And we're going to make this great ending. So when I come back, our pork chops will be smothered. And our grits will be ready to be partnered with our pork chops. Hot plate here, T.R. Burns. Be right back with the finished product. So welcome back to Hot Plate. T.R. Burns here, smellerologist, smelling down these pork chops. We got a finished product there. So as usual in my kitchen, I always have a taste tester, and that usually is M. Dadia, Maya Burns, my wife. Gotta give her credit, because she started the recipe because she fried the pork chops last night. So I'm only just remixing it for her. So it's only right that she be the first one to savor this smothering of this pork chop. So what we did today, we took 4 onions, or rather 2 onions, and we smothered them down with some pork chops from last night's meal, some rib-end pork chops. And now what I have plated here is a smothered finished pork chop with some creamy, milky grits. So we're gonna dig right in. Hopefully yours came out right. Remember, you can make gravy out of anything. You just gotta try, and you gotta follow Influence TV Network Hot Plate, because we teach you how to do everything from scratch. We may not be chefs, but we definitely can eat, and we definitely can cook on Hot Plate with T.R. Burns. So M. Dadia,
yes,
I've been slaving all over this plate all day long. You ready to taste this great meal?
I'm always ready. Would you like me to cut?
Yes, you
I'll
can
do
cut.
the cutting. Oh my gosh. Oh my
look at
gosh.
that. Oh, look. Oh, I wish you was here. Oh, wow.
Let me cut this piece in half too, so you know.
Oh, you're trying to be modest today.
Yeah, I'm on TV.
Get some of the grits on. You gotta get some of the grits on it. You gotta get some of the grits.
grits on there too?
Yeah, you gotta get some of the grits and the gravy.
Some of the grits on there.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
I love it.
You love it? Can you talk? No, you can't.
Remember.
Can I taste it? Can I just taste what?
Oh, you want to taste
Can you give
something?
me?
My bad. You want to taste it too? You want some grits on it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Look how creamy them grits are.
Let's see. I love onions, so I love when he makes his onion gravy. Regardless to it's pork chops, chicken, whatever, steak. Oh my gosh, so good.
So,
You want more?
no, not right now. 'Cause you know how I don't want to start. You know, get the itis on me and stuff. But, you know, it's important. You may not like to eat leftovers, but you can always remix them. So stay tuned. Stay connected to Influence TV Networks. Hot Plate with T.R. Burns. Check out some of our restaurants. Check out some of our food trucks.
Definitely.
Listen, we are doing a food revolution over here.
2017.
2017. Hot Plate, Hot Plate, Hot Plate. So get that Hot Plate meal today. So follow them instructions. We'll be back maybe with some more gravy recipes, because I'm the gravyologist, grillologist, bakeologist. Man, I just ologist.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
Turkey wings with your turmeric gravy.
Turkey rings, okay. I'm gonna try. You know,
Turmeric gravy.
yeah. I think that's my grandmother's favorite. I made that for her at my restaurant, and she called back. How do you do that? It's trade secret. My grandmother and everybody can cook in my family. My uncle, everybody can throw down. So this is Hot Plate with T.R. Burns, and my taste tester for Influence. She taste testers on snack tactics. She taste testers on everything.
That's right.
Stay tuned. Love you guys. Happy holidays.
Happy
Influence
holidays.
TV Nation and networks, and Hot Plate with T.R. Burns. Peace.